What's going on, guys? My name is Zak Kincaid. I'm a filmmaker and video production company owner here in New York City. In my line of work, I've tried a multitude of different cameras and different lenses, everything from Sony G Masters to Canon L series to full-on cinema lenses. If I were to own a lens for every single situation I needed, that would be very expensive. And so most of the time, what I'm doing is I'm renting those lenses and then billing it through to my client. But there is one lens that I think every professional should own, and I'm sure you've heard this. It's a 24-70 f2.8. But as I shoot Sony, those 24-70 G Masters are extremely expensive. And with the line of work I'm doing, where most of my shoots include rented gear, owning that didn't really make sense to me. So what I went for instead, and what is my go-to lens for any client work where I'm not renting gear, is the Tamron 28-75 f2.8 Mark II. The quality of life updates are huge when it comes to video, specifically this port right here, the USB-C port. With this port, you can not only update the firmware, but you can program the lens to act how you want it. And specifically for me, I can change the focus motor to be linear. Having a linear motor allows you to hit those focus pulls way more often. And that is the main reason I went with the Gen 2 over the Gen 1. And if you are someone who does autofocus, this lens will not let you down. It is extremely fast, extremely responsive. If you're filming a lot of interviews, you could quite literally just put this on your camera and it will eye track perfectly for you for the entirety of that video. Now, not only is the focus great, but 28-75 is a great focal range for me. One, I own the Tamron 17-28, so if I need anything wider, that's covered. But I actually find myself keeping it at 35 quite a lot, because 35 is my favorite focal length, as it is a lot of filmmakers and street photographers. Even if I'm walking around doing a photo walk, which I did yesterday, I'm normally keeping this lens at around f4 or f5.6 unless the situation calls for me to really separate from the background. But you can just switch it over to 75 and you get that background compression and it just looks really buttery and bokeh-y. From 28 to 75, even though it's not internal, the zoom range isn't all that much, which means if I put it on a gimbal and I just need to get that last little shot, I don't necessarily have to rebalance it. My gimbal can usually handle it. And lastly, the filter size is 67 millimeters. So I can just get one set of filters between this and the 17 and 28. This in specific is the V&D magnetic kit from Freewell. So I can just put this base plate on all of my lenses, including the one that's on my 17 to 28 right now. If I want to put a polarizer, all I have to do is snap it on and take it off between all the lenses. Hopefully that didn't get any darker. And so usually this lives on this lens, but it does come with a lens hood if you'd rather use that. Of course, it's dust and water resistant, so you can take it out in harsher conditions and you can feel confident that this lens is going to last you. You need a standard zoom lens, and this for $899 will cover every single base you could possibly want. This is honestly my favorite lens I've ever used or owned. And if you'd like to pick one up for yourself, there is a link in the description. It's an Amazon affiliate link, so it will directly help out this channel at no extra cost to you. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, leave it a like, subscribe to stay up to date and see more videos like this, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.